Yeah, I know it's recording. Good afternoon and welcome to Brewing. I'm your host. My name's Scott Leffler. That's what they call me. That's what some people call me. Glare on the glasses. Sorry, well, let's get rid of them. Although, no, I'm blind. Where's the computer? Today is Wednesday, October 31st, 2012, in the year of our Lord. It's Halloween. It's one of my favorite days. I don't know why I've always liked Halloween, but I really enjoy it. My little one likes it as well. Um, Looking forward to trick-or-treating later and, I don't know, eating too much candy. Although, I'm down to 180.6 pounds. I have zero point 0.6 pounds to go before I reach my goal. And then I'll probably set a new goal because I still have this tummy thing and I don't like it at all. And I like to be more attractive to the world because the world shouldn't have to look at this. A couple things I want to talk about today. One of which is Halloween-ish related, and one is election related, and one is hurricane related. So let's start with the polling numbers. Nate Silver, of course, who I talk about almost daily. My phone just beeped. Sorry about that. Let's turn that off. Sorry. Someone forgot that I was doing a show, namely me. Otherwise, I would have had my phone turned off. So the polling numbers by Nate Silver, which we talk about on a regular basis. Today, he shows that the Electoral College is leaning significantly towards Barack Obama, 299 to 239, and the popular vote has a slight tilt towards the president, 50.4 to 48.5. Now, the interesting number, and this is the one that we were talking about yesterday and I think the day before, is the chance of winning. And he was taken to task for this by some political writer from Politico. But his chance of winning today is up even more than it was yesterday. He has a 77.4% chance of winning re-election versus a 22.6% chance of Mitt Romney winning. Now, that doesn't mean that he's going to get 77.4% of the vote, which again we discussed yesterday. If you want more about this, I shared a post on my blog and on Twitter about how the math nerds are defending Nate Silver, which is funny because I'm one of them, except I'm not a math nerd. I don't like numbers. Numbers are no fun at all. But I like facts. So I mean, when you can give me basic numbers, I don't mind math. I can do addition and subtraction, multiplication, division, all that stuff. I do it all in my head. I don't usually need a calculator unless there's whole lots of numbers. But yeah, I don't know. Extended math, no. So yeah. All right. I read this news story this morning, and it bothered me. Now, we've talked the past few days about Frankenstorm, Hurricane Sandy, whatever you want to call it. The devastation spared Western New York, which obviously is good for us, but it did not spare New York City. And in fact, there's a story today about these fires in Breezy Point, which is a wealthy suburb. I don't even know if you can call it a suburb, but you know how they have the little inlets and stuff, little islands. Breezy Point is this wealthy neighborhood, in New York City, outside New York City, where there are a lot of very expensive $1 million homes. And there was a fire that consumed 80 homes in Point Breezy. Well, there's the story today on the New York Daily News, which I enjoy for political stuff, talking about the fact that Representative Bob Turner, he's the guy that won his seat when, what's his name? The sexting guy who's friends with Jon Stewart. Why can I not think of his name? Anyway, when he resigned, Bob Turner won that seat, GOP candidate. Although that seat has been written out of existence, it will no longer exist after January 1st. Anyway, he had one of those homes, as did Conservative Party Chairman Michael Long. Now, I was almost angry when I read this story because it seems to. In fact, the story didn't mention the fact that there were 78 other families that were also made homeless by these fires. And that, look, these people are they're all the 1% type. I don't necessarily get into the whole 99% 1% thing. I'm not into class warfare. I am, however, into I believe that there is an us versus them. I don't know if it's money or if it's power or what, but there is an us versus them, and I'm definitely the us and they're the them, or vice versa. Depends on what side of the line you stand on. But you and me, we're bourgeoisie, probably closer to proletariat. They're the royalty, practically. So all of these people in these homes are incredibly wealthy, well-to-do. They've got their insurance, etc., etc. Everything's going to be fine. They're going to get their stuff replaced. Maybe some sentimental stuff won't get replaced, obviously. A teddy bear they got from grandma when they were 3, that sort of thing. But I'm and this might be wrong of me. I'm of the mindset that, and I hate this phrase, but I'm going to use it, and I mean it here. I'm of the mindset that these people don't have sentimental value. They don't keep the teddy bear that they got from grandma when they were 3. Because, look, money is currency, obviously. But my currency is not money. It's not the thing that means the most to me. What means the most to me is family, friends, people I love. I got divorced. I got divorced last year, but I separated 3 years ago. I lost everything, and I'm not complaining about that. It was a very liberating experience. All of my worldly possessions were gone. I did manage to keep or reobtain, I guess, some things of sentimental value, things that my mother gave to me, things that my aunt gave to me, things that I'd had since I was a little boy. But none of them had any real money value because I didn't fight for things that were worth money because I can make money. I can always go out there and mow lawns or wash cars or sell apples on the corner or whatever. I can make money. That's not a problem for me. I can't, however, recreate things that have intrinsic value that's not monetary. I tend to believe, though, that the type of folks that have $1 million homes, by and large, and I know I'm generalizing here, and that's wrong, I tend to believe that they don't have the sentimentality that we have. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's my thought. So they lost their homes; they're going to be covered by insurance, etc., etc. Not that it's not a tragedy, but I get irritated when I hear stories about, the misfortunes of royalty. And I'm going to refer to them as royalty because I don't know what else to call them. The upper class, the 1%ers, whatever. I get frustrated when I hear about that because the news stories that refer to that make it seem as though they're more important than we are. And maybe some people believe that they are, but I don't. And you shouldn't either. So don't buy into that. I get, there are oftentimes breaks in the system. There's the rich and the poor. There's the strong and the weak. There's all sorts of divides. But there's always us versus them, and I'm always on the wrong side. I don't want to say the wrong side, but I'm always on the side of the meek. And I don't care because I'm a good person, and I know I'm a good person, so that doesn't bother me. But I do get frustrated when I see news stories, and it happens all the time, about the non-meek, the non-proletariat, the non-bourgeoisie, the royalty, whatever you want to call them, the 1%. And I don't just mean 1% in financially speaking, but 1%, the important people. I get frustrated when I read stories about the important people because the world needs ditch diggers too. And so this story that was, I think it was a Celeste Katz story. I didn't see who wrote it, but it was a New York Daily News story. I get frustrated with stuff like that. So I don't know if you feel the same. If you do, please do me a favor and tweet me at Scott Leffler. So this is meant to be a back and forth, not just me talking to myself or to those of you who are watching, which, by the way, I do appreciate. So, all right, one more thing, and then we're wrapping up. Call it a early show today so we can get out there and scare the children. Joss Whedon. Do you know who Joss Whedon is? He he's the guy behind Buffy and Firefly. Did he do one of the Did he do the Avengers movie? He might have done the Avengers movie. Joss Whedon is a director, a Hollywood director, and I tend to like his work. Well, I also seem to like his comedy because he put this video on YouTube and it's hilarious. Talking about it starts talking about the fact that, I used to support Barack Obama, but Mitt Romney's the guy for the times. And it's talking about the zombie apocalypse. And he says that Romney's the perfect candidate if you want the zombie apocalypse because his deep cuts in healthcare, education, and social services will guarantee the situation needed for the zombie apocalypse to occur. The link is on my Twitter. You've got to see it. It's hilarious. A couple things real quick on it, though. He says, he's not afraid to face a ravening, grasping horde of subhumans because that's how he sees the poor people already. He also says, let's all embrace the future. Stop pretending we care about each other and start hoarding canned goods. Yeah, if you want to hoard canned goods, apparently there's a fun drive, a canned food drive in Ohio to benefit the folks in New York City. Put on by Mitt Romney, ironically. Maybe he knows the zombie apocalypse is coming and the canned food drive is for him. I'm not sure. But what I do know is that's my show for today. And I appreciate you tuning in. I updated my blog. The links to all the shows are now in the blog. I posted something last night about this whole Nate Silver thing. There's my Halloween pumpkin. There's a picture of my Halloween pumpkin. Well, one of them. I have one that I carved with the kids, and then I have one that I painted with Heather and her kids. The one that I painted with Heather and her kids, I put outside on my back porch, and some squirrels decided that it was tasty. So I took a picture of it. It's kind of weird, but it's on my blog. Just Google me, Scott Leffler. And I will be back tomorrow, and we'll have fun. I'm off from work the next 2 days, but I have to work on Friday. But that's okay, because Friday's an easy day. And then I'm off 2 more days after that. So I'm kind of in vacation mode, which, by the way, is why I'm wearing a t-shirt, basically. Long sleeve t-shirt, because it is just a bit chilly. Anywho, thank you for joining me. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day.